Hey besties, welcome back to another video on my channel. This video, I am not sure if this is going to be just for you members only because I know it's going there first, or it may be for the whole platform. I'm not sure how much I want to share and how vulnerable I want to be with the whole world, but this is a very long awaited video for myself. I've been trying to film it, but I will be sharing how I got pregnant. And I know it sounds very like cliche, like girl, we know how you got pregnant. But no, it's not as easy and simple as people think it is. For some people it is, but for me, I feel like it was a whole jumping through loops type of thing, or just mainly being patient. So, backstory, I am 26 years old and I have a 1-month-old now. I was pregnant with her when I was 25, but also when I was 24, I found out I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage with my first pregnancy. So, prior to that, you could not have convinced me that I was fertile because I was just confused on like why it was not happening. I had always wanted to be a mom. I have always wanted to be a mom from as long as I can remember, like probably a young girl, and I wanted to be a mom. It was serious, like it's real. And it kind of ties to like me being a teacher, like just being a nurturer, being a teacher to children, and just being able to connect with how innocent and how important it is to be there for their times of being a kid. That happened. Me and my fiance, we have been together for 7 years at that point. It's probably more years now that I'm 26, and I'm talking about I thought I was infertile 24 and prior. As you know, most people look at pregnancy and think like, oh, it's supposed to happen just like this. A snap of your finger, you just do what you need to do and you'll be pregnant the first time. That honestly is not the case for everybody. For some people, they're lucky enough to just like, get pregnant with no problems at all. But I began to question and wonder like why it wasn't happening for us. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm not on birth control. I'm not a person that is believing in taking the birth control. So I was just kind of curious on why it wasn't happening. And I'm gonna go ahead and start the process of like what we started doing when I thought like, all right, I'm infertile. I decided to book us an appointment at this place called Kind Body. This place is like so cute, very aesthetic, makes you want to go there. It's like a fertility clinic. Like I said, I didn't think I was fertile, so I'm like, let me book an appointment at a fertility clinic to get a fertility assessment. And at this assessment, they basically checked how many eggs I had. I still have the papers in my nightstand, y'all. I think they said I had like 36, 38 eggs, something like that. She said they check my egg quality. They check how many eggs I have. They do just like this whole pelvic assessment type of thing, and then they ask you questions after. She told me with my results that I had more than enough eggs, and that was probably because I was young or because I could have had PCOS. She also told me that it didn't look like I was infertile. I just needed to wait and also maybe try and go by my ovulation time. And my fiance was there with me. We were not engaged at that time, but he was there with me. And she also suggested that he get a male fertility assessment, which is kind of like a little kit that he takes home. We did not get to that point yet, but we were considering it. So we go to that assessment and I go home and I'm like, well, basically this is just telling me to sit back and wait. And she also did say I could get tested for PCOS if I want to try the other route, but she said it was not likely because I was not overweight. I didn't have high testosterone or whatever. So we start thinking about getting him tested as well. And he has a doctor's appointment. We're kind of just like doing what the doctor says at this point. And that's when we found out we were pregnant with the first pregnancy, which was a few weeks after having that assessment and a few weeks after taking those medicines. We got pregnant, which is literally like the next month. It was kind of weird. Like the month I go take a fertility assessment, the next month after that I found out I'm pregnant. And the same month after we started that medicine, which is kind of like, it's weird. So it was kind of weird how after we had the fertility assessment, the next month we got pregnant. And I'm not going to say weird. I'm just going to say it was God trying to give me like a sign. Because me getting pregnant that first time, I feel like that was one of the biggest lessons I could have had in my life. To just sit back, wait, and trust God. Because something that I wanted so bad, something that I wanted so bad, I got it when I started searching for answers, but then it did not turn out how I thought it would turn out. It was not what I wanted it to be. It was a miscarriage, like I said, and I feel like that was God telling me to sit back and wait, trust the process, and also to get close to him. Because after that miscarriage happened, I really went into this deep, I'm not gonna say hole, but I was definitely like not happy. I would cry a lot. I was very emotional just thinking about it. I would just always like feel like it was never gonna happen. So I started to get close to God because I feel like that was the only thing that was gonna keep me happy. Like I started praying a lot. I started listening to sermons. I started going to church, changing the music I was listening to. I stopped the bad habits. Like it was one of the best things I could have done, was stepping back and getting close to God. Like it was one of the best things I could have done because it taught me for the rest of my adulthood. Like I never really took initiative to do that before having a miscarriage. But when something tragic happens in your life, you're kind of like, I need some help. Like I can't handle all these emotions on my own. I can't handle all these problems on my own. So I got close to God, and that definitely changed my life. But once I did that, then the blessings started coming, y'all. Like I did not get pregnant the next month after a miscarriage. I had that delusion that it would happen like the next month because I heard you get pregnant easy after getting pregnant. Alexa, stop. That did not happen. So, continuation of the story because I had to tend to my baby that day. So, now, after the miscarriage, I thought that I would get pregnant super duper easy and fast. And like I said, we were doing everything the doctor was telling us, going the route of the doctor, and that's how we got pregnant immediately after. We got pregnant literally for the first time. We got pregnant the next month or the same month of going to the doctor and doing what they said. And that was the same month that we thought we were infertile. So that was honestly so crazy. I'm like, when we finally take action to go see if we are able to have kids, then we literally have kids the next month. But it turned out to be a miscarriage. So then I was kind of set back and I'm like, okay, I was kind of confused on why it happened. I was very sad. Like I said, I was crying a lot. And I turned to God because that was the only thing that was helping me. And each month I would honestly think that it would be my month just because I heard a lot of stuff. I'm about to say rumors. I heard a lot of people say that after you get pregnant once, it's easy to get pregnant right afterwards. And I'm like, does that even apply to me since I had a miscarriage? And I just always assumed that it was going to happen the exact month. Like the next month after the miscarriage, I would be pregnant. 2 months after that, okay, maybe I'll be pregnant this month. 3 months after, I thought I'd be pregnant that month. Like it was every month I assumed that it would happen since I already had the first pregnancy, but it did not happen like that. After that point, I honestly started to change my diet. I mean, I already eat pretty healthy. We both already eat super healthy, super health conscious. So we started healing our body with herbs. We stopped doing what the doctor said and we started healing our body with herbs. I'm going to share the exact teas and the exact products that I use because I promise you these products were like amazing when it came to like healing my, what is it called? My reproductive system. And like it helps with cysts. It helped with fertility. It helped with menstrual. It helped with cramps. Like this girl had a tea for everything. It even had teas for my fiance. Like he had different types of teas to help with different type of male reproductive things and like just like refurbish things. We took those teas for like probably 2 or 3 months, and when I tell you I noticed so many different changes, they were amazing. And I honestly think God, number one, was the reason we got pregnant with baby girl. 2, those herbs. And 3, what else was it? I think those were the main 2 things. God and those herbs. I promise you, y'all. It was like crazy. But like I said, I did not get pregnant until 6 months after the miscarriage. The same month, this was May. This was like May 1st or 2nd. I have the clip. It's in my I found out I was pregnant video. It was probably like May 11th, May 10th. My period was supposed to be there, and I was just so confused. on why I was not pregnant. I was crying. I was about to go into work. I was just super sad. I think my period had already came, or I was still waiting on it, because I found out I was pregnant May 31st. So I'm not sure if I already had my period or I was crying because I didn't have it yet. I don't know, but I was crying the beginning of May, super sad, just so discouraged about everything. Like, okay, I guess maybe it's just not meant to be for us, or maybe it's not happening. Maybe I just need to keep waiting. So I found out I was pregnant May 31st after we were filming a video, touring houses, touring townhouses, noticing I was out of breath. Went home and took a test, and I found out that I was pregnant. But like I said, y'all, 6 months after the miscarriage is when we found out we were pregnant again. And I promise you, God did that. It was all God, and I feel like it was a lesson he was trying to teach me, because like I said, I desperately wanted to have a kid. I desperately wanted to be a mom and experience this, and especially after the miscarriage, it just heightened at times 1,000. But I feel like God was teaching me to sit back, trust his process, trust his timing, and believe in him. Like, he showed me the pregnancy the first time. I was like, all right, you want to be pregnant? Here you go. But it didn't work out how I wanted it to. It didn't work out how it needed to be. So when I sat back and I started trusting him, even though I was getting discouraged that month of May, that whole other time, I was a changed mindset. Like, I wasn't pressuring him. I was just accepting that, okay, I got my lesson from this miscarriage. I got my lesson, God. What's next? And that's what he showed me what was next. My baby girl. The best blessing in this whole entire world, like the best thing ever, is being her mom. Like, she makes me so happy. Like, it makes you emotional just talking about your kid, like how much you love them, and just sitting back and realizing like this was something I was praying hard for last year. Praying hard for, always thinking about. And it has happened for me. So I was watching tons of YouTube videos for years and years and years about like anything about pregnancy or having a baby, or people thinking they couldn't get pregnant, or anything about this topic. I was watching all these videos on YouTube, and I would just always wish it was me, wish it was my time. And I am now sharing this video, and I decided to share it with the whole platform instead of just members only. Members only got early access, y'all got early access. But I feel like this was just so important to share with the world, because I was that girl scrolling on YouTube thinking that I couldn't get pregnant and feeling discouraged and feeling like it would never ever happen for me. I was there, and I know it sounds so cliche to say, just wait. God is gonna do it at the right time. I 100% believe that. Get close to God. Trust his timing. It will help take the pressure off of feeling like it's never going to happen. Because when you have faith in him, you know he's going to have your back. But also, start healing your body. Like I said, we did the natural route with herbs. Like we said, with the doctor, it did not work out good that way. Okay? With the herbs, I feel like it healed our reproductive system as well. God led us to those herbs, those teas, those oils. God sent. I will be sharing those products for my members only. I don't want to share it with everybody because it's kind of like free promotion. But the people that are subscribed to my members, I have many different memberships. I have a $2.99 one where you get early access. I also have an early access one where you get early access to the videos, and then I have my highest level where you get exclusive members only videos. So on that members only videos, I'll be showing you all the teas that I had purchased from the lady and what they do. I still have them in my pantry, and I think I can still use them, but they were just chef's kiss. So I'll be sharing that. Become a member. I promise you, honey, you won't regret it, especially if you're trying to experience what I'm experiencing and trying to heal your body and get pregnant. I was so happy I found them teas, girl. I'm gonna actually start using some soon. But yeah, I just really had to come in here and share this video, y'all. My hair is eating, honey. My hair is eating thanks to my pregnancy, thanks to my prenatals, thanks to God, baby. Trust the process. I love y'all so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It is a lot of mom content going on, But I will be going back to teaching soon. Big adjustment to leave my baby, but I'll be going back to teaching, and you guys will enjoy the teaching, the mom content, the lifestyle, all of it. Okay, I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, besties.